and video number 2. I'm recording this bit after I did the rest of the video, actually, because I noticed, one, that I didn't have my microphone on, and I'm not going to do the rest of the video again for the sake of the 4 people that might watch it. But and the second thing is, yeah, the video is about how everything online just looks fake. And after making the video that I'm going to show you now, I went to the gym, and on the way back, I listened to a video of another content creator that I follow, and she was saying something about how everything's changing and the algorithm's changing, and you're getting rewarded for being more authentic and that kind of thing now. And that's kind of what I'm talking about in the video. But it's quite ironic that I'm talking about how people are forced to perform because of what's more engaging as far as the algorithms are concerned. And she's literally talking about how the algorithms have changed to reward people for being more honest and more authentic. Anyway, that's the point. So if you're happy to continue with my ramblings, the rest of the video will follow now. So the thing is, what I've been thinking about, trying to make this second video, and yeah, that's not it's not easy. I mean, what I'm having difficulty with is, like, I'm building this project outside of my photography work, and then I have all these platforms, the social media platforms, which I want to get that project out on. But this isn't really supposed to be that. I want this to be something a bit more personal, and show that, you know, this is more about connecting with people and trying to add some of my life experience into why I built that project, part 1. And just like, because when you have a feeling that you really have something to give that's going to help people, I think that's something that has to really come from your heart or your soul or whatever you want to say. And so that's been the difficulty for me, because when you're doing this so much work on a project, it's really hard to think outside of the project. And every time I try and, like, work through an idea of what's going to come for this channel, the work side of it keeps feeding back into it. So that's been the difficult part a little bit. And then I'm thinking, well, I don't really know what the channel's going to be about, so, like, just carry on and just do something anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. And therefore, this video is about some thoughts that I had this week while trying to put together some content for the business. Something that I'm pushing back against as part of the project, but it comes from me. The project is built out of what I'm thinking about these things. So it's really about, like, how you see everything online looks fake. It's all performed. It's all according to hook rules, caption rules, lengths of videos, titles, thumbnails. It's really like it's manufactured. It's not real. It's not who you are. It's not like how I'm talking to you guys now. So that's really what this is going to be about, mostly. And that kind of leads me into how I ended up coming to those thoughts, because I wanted to put together some shorter videos of me talking about the project, about the product that I'm making. And while I made some scripts, I made some short scripts, so they were kind of easy to just glance at. I found that when I was trying to do them, I was basically just I was stumbling all the time because it wasn't really coming from me. It was like me reading from something. And so that was really tripping me up. And it really, like, I spent a lot of time just thinking, like, this is not really working for me. And I felt like this is super cringe, or it just didn't feel like me. So I thought, like, well, what am I trying to put forward with the project that I'm building? And what I'm trying to put forward is that we should be going in a direction that's more honest and more real about how you want to connect with somebody. I mean, that's what goes through my photography work, for example. The reason why I get on so well with clients of mine is because of the connection that I can make with them. And it's not just because of me, it's just because as a person and not a robot who's been forced to do things because of how an algorithm says that you should do them, you can just have a conversation with somebody like I'm trying to do now. And yeah, so I thought, well, why don't I just do that for my short scripts instead? So that's what I'm going to try and do. This is not obviously short, but I do have my script. And so the point was that I'm happy to just have my cards here, and if I want to refer to them, I'm just going to do that. I think it's a bit more realistic than me trying to be an actor or a performer. I've got a funny story about Ray Winston, but that's maybe for another video, about how I was on a set of a movie for a couple of weeks when I was an architect, and Ray Winston was one of the actors, and it took him about 67 times to say one line, which was quite funny. But it makes you realize how actually it's quite difficult to do this, but you know, if you have that experience, you should be able to do it. Anyway, that's another story. So leading in to what I want to talk about the performative side of things that you're expected to do when you have to put something out there to reach out to people that you want to connect with. It's all, everything you see online for such a long time has been, you know, the algorithm now respects this, or your favorite YouTubers telling you how to script your script, or how to formulate your titles in such a way that the algorithm's going to push you out to as many people as possible and go viral. And for me, it's like, I hate it, actually. I mean, I saw this guy the other day actually online, and it was an Instagram post of this kid. I say kid because I'm old. He had this Instagram channel where he actually, it was like a travel blogger kind of a thing, which I get bored with so often because they just pump out the same crap. But this guy was actually trying to, he was giving good historical content about the locations that he went to, and he obviously enjoyed it. But his post was about the fact that he didn't want to lose one kind of viewer, like the people who are interested in history, by doing it more performative. But then he thought, if I don't perform, I'm not going to have viewers. This is the kind of limbo that you get into because of the way that we've been conditioned to put content out there. And I really feel sorry for the generation right now, and people who, like him, who actually want to do something in a positive and constructive way, that they feel like they're scared that they're not going to have viewers. I had to comment. I was like, just be yourself. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know if this is going to work or not, and whether the performative thing is going to go on for many more years. But I really honestly think people are getting sick of this. And I had to comment, like, just be yourself, dude. I felt really proud of him to say, like, you know, if he can just like stick with his guns, I said he'll get much more It'll be more aligned with the people that should get something out of his content than if he ever tries to go the other way. And don't get me wrong, like that's what I was doing for a long time for my photography work as well. And to be honest, failing at it, because that's what happens. You just try and try and try different things all the time, and you never know where you stand. It's just like you just hope for the best, kind of like waiting to see if something's happening or not. And that kind of trying to keep up is what made me stop wanting to be out there altogether. And that's kind of mad in a way, because really what I really always wanted, and I'm pretty sure this is what a lot of you want as well, is just to be able to connect with people, to be able to reach an audience, to be able to tell your story about how you can give something to someone or some people that's really kind of unique to you. And that doesn't get out there because, you know, all of the performers who are good at performing are just been above you on the ladder, and there's no way to get past that until now. You know, now in the age of AI content, there's so much slop. I'm not going to use that word, but you know what I mean. There's so much crappy content out there that you're going to stand out if you put yourself out there and just be honest and talk from the heart and talk from who you are, what your values are, what you believe in, what your judgment is, and how you are unique, because you are. So recently I sat down and as part of building the project I'm building, I went through the process of what that project is. And the first part of the process is basically trying to start off finding out your identity of you and your business. And what really struck me, which was really amazing actually, was the depth that came out of it. And I found that I was really I connected with myself on a level that I just haven't done for so long, because I've either been so busy, or you get stressed, you get worried about work, and you get worried about money and all that kind of stuff, or just life gets in the way, and you forget that you haven't connected with yourself for a very long time. And this was a really, really amazing thing to me. And when I did it, it really reminded me of a story from a long time ago. Well, let's say a few years ago, when I was kind of starting out doing portrait photography and couple photography and stuff. I photographed this couple who were married already, they have family, busy lives. And because of the way I work and this sort of capturing kind of the stillness of emotions and connections and that kind of thing, I found that they really respected what they got from it, as well as getting some beautiful photographs for them to keep. They said to me something which I'll never forget, which was that they connected with each other on a deep level that they hadn't done for so long because of their busy lives. And that was really, really special to me. And I find that I just had that experience by just following my own process of what I'm building in this project. So that was pretty amazing. And that kind of made me realize that what I'm talking about in this video, there's something that you have that's unique, and that's you. Nobody else has that. And all that performative stuff you see online, all of the informational language and content that you see out there on all of your social media platforms is repeatable by AI now. Anybody can type in whatever they want to find out about into ChatGPT and get information. That age is gone. That's gone now. And what's going to make you stand out from everybody else is just doing this. Like, you've got something you care about passionately, or not even passionately, just like telling stories about your lives, especially if you're like older, a little bit older like me. I say a little bit. You've got a life experience out there. You've got a lot of stories to tell. You've got a lot of things that can help people who've not had those life experiences, and that's what people are going to connect to. I can't sit here and pretend I've figured it all out, but I know for damn sure that the thing people want to see, the thing everyone wants right now, is connection. And they want to see a human in the face of all the AI stuff that you see online. And I'm pretty sure if you do that, you will be connecting with people and aligning with the right people, more importantly, more so than you could ever imagine. sounds like I'm saying Darth Vader, you strike me down and I will be more powerful than you can ever imagine. No, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, never mind. So that's kind of what I'm doing just now. I'm trying to get my feelings across, reading from the script, and just trying to be honest about what I care about and how I think I can help you guys out there. Just by giving you a bit of confidence that doing this kind of thing, being more honest and more true to yourself, can really help connect with others. That's the idea anyway. And maybe just me doing this alone helps you just feel seen a little bit. So you don't feel alone. You don't feel like, I can't do this, because if I'm doing it now, you can. So if you're actually still here at the end of this video, which actually has taken me 30 minutes to make, although they probably will be much shorter in the end, because I'll have to clip out all the bits which were terrible. Not doing that in a very performative way though. If you're still here, then you're probably one of the people that I made this for. I hope some of you are still here. I hope some of you are still here. Just say hello, make a comment if you feel like it. Go to the website, go to the Instagram page, I don't know. Just go and have a look and see what you think. Just put yourself out there. Go and do it.